Welcome to Lunch with Legacy Leaders, a weekly talk show with local and national thought leaders on issues impacting the Black community. Now introducing our host, Ms. Anne Marie Sorrell.
Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Lunch with Legacy Leaders. I am your host, Anne Marie Sorrell, President and CEO of the Mosaic Group. I'm super excited about our broadcast today because we have some amazing people that we have honored, and we're going to bring some of them to you so you can learn about who they are, as well as some of our past honorees. But before we get started, I want to make sure that we thank our sponsors who make this broadcast possible. So I want to thank Broward Health, AARP, the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County, and the African American Black Alzheimer's Disease Initiative at the John P. Husband Institute for Human Genomics, University of Miami Miller School of Medicine. If you or someone you know is experiencing loss of memory or memory problems, please contact their research team for more information at 877-686-6444. Now today we're joined by South Florida's 40 under 40 Black leaders of today and tomorrow. Now we have, hopefully you picked up the issue that we had come out this past Sunday on the 22nd, where we showcase actually 80 leaders, because if you picked up the Miami Herald, we had Legacy Miami, which showcased 40 leaders out of Miami. And then the Legacy South Florida, which is in the Sun Sentinel, showcased 40 leaders across Broward and Palm Beach County. So congratulations to all of our honorees. And I want to actually start with a discussion with some of our alumni. And first we're going to talk to Jabril Polite, and I hope I said your name correctly, Jabril.
You did. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? It's good to see you.
Good seeing you as well. Now, kudos to Legacy, MIA Media, Dexter Bridgman, and the whole team on all the work that has been done over the years, and really just showcasing and highlighting Black excellence throughout South Florida. And I remember being in one of the first issues back in, and this is when it was Success Magazine.
Okay.
And one of the very first issues were the 40 bachelors and bachelorettes under 40. And that was like 2004 or 3 or somewhere around there.
Okay.
And I'm dating myself now, but I was like 23, 24, okay? Mm-hmm. So I remember being in that issue and I was like, oh man, this is pretty cool. And then years later, I was highlighted as Success South Florida's 40 under 40. And then when Legacy became Legacy, I was highlighted as Legacy's 40 under 40s under 40s. So now I'm 41, I kind of missed the mark, so I can't be highlighted anymore. Right, but I'm technically 31. But anyways, so tell us a little bit about, yourself briefly. What does it mean to be a 40 under 40 alumni, and what were you doing then when you were honored, and then what are you doing now?
First, I want to thank the whole Legacy team. Thank you for your time, and just thank you for featuring me on this show. I'm Jabril Polite for our audience. At the time of my honoree, I was the executive director of the Women of Color Empowerment Institute. And in that role, I produced the Women of Color Empowerment Conference. I did fundraising, board management, a ton of things in the community. And currently I am the manager of diversity and inclusivity for an autism research study called SPARK at the Simons Foundation. And I think being honored back in 2019, it really humbled me. And it also allowed me to feel seen for the work that I was doing in the community at the time in South Florida. I think as a young professional at the time, it felt like validation that my work was being recognized. And so it really pushed me to work harder. It pushed me to continue working with excellence. And so it's a great honor. I'm still humbled by the honor. It was my first award, so it really changed how I viewed my work. It made me want to impact the community more.
And you know what? I do remember you with Women of Color Empowerment Institute as well. You're doing amazing work there, and congratulations for just your matriculation and all that you're doing in the community. What is a tip that you can offer, our new honorees? I think a lot of times people are honored. Mm-hmm. And as young professionals, especially if it's our first award or our first honor, you oftentimes don't know what to do with that afterwards, or you don't really know how to leverage it, so to speak. So what types of tips can you share with our new honorees?
I think at the time, we recognize imposter syndrome. And so for new honorees, I would say you deserve this award. This is not just someone who likes you who's awarding you for something. You're doing the work, you're doing a great job, and embrace this honor and continue to do the work just as you're doing. What you're doing is enough. And if this inspires you to do more, continue to do more, but well done. So I would tell new honorees to just live in this moment and just enjoy this. I don't know if the ceremony is going to be in person or what's happening now because of COVID, but enjoy all your flowers right now. You deserve it.
Absolutely. Well, from my understanding, it will probably be a virtual celebration just to make sure, at Legacy, we want to make sure everybody's kept safe. Mm-hmm. So more than likely it will be a virtual celebration, and this is kind of like the kickoff to it. So thank you so much, Jabril, for sharing a little bit about where you've been, what you're doing, and, great tips for our new honorees. So thank you so much. We're going to now have Orlando Arnold, who is the president of Pyramid Sports and Entertainment Group, and he's a 2020 alum. Hi, Orlando. How are you? Oh, you got to unmute. There you go.
How you doing, Anne-Marie?
I am wonderful.
Thank you to you. Thank you to Legacy Miami for having me and the whole team, as stated. I'm doing well.
Good. So, when you were honored last year, were you doing the same thing that you're doing now?
So I was, but I tell you, knowing a little bit about me, being from Detroit and moving into South Florida. So I'm not a native of South Florida. Graduated at Alabama State, had a brief, nice career in corporate America. And of course, now with Pyramid Sports Group as a sports agent for NFL and MLB players. Me coming into South Florida, I think what 40 Under 40 did for me is that it kind of helped me establish a footprint and just a pillar in the community, right? It gave me a new level of responsibility. It allowed me to be a little bit more visible because, sometimes you're able to put yourself in certain networks and places. So it's been extremely beneficial for me to be recognized, and it was an honor that I don't take for granted.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree with you. So has that also made you get in, because being a transplant to South Florida, has it made you get involved in any other philanthropic or charitable organizations, especially through now this new network of other 40 Under 40 alum that you are now connected to?
Yeah, it did. Actually, ironically, I recently just started a mentoring program for young men ages 13 to 17, 18 at the Little Haiti Cultural Center on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And what that has allowed me to do is just talk to young men about life, being a male in America, what that transition period looks like, whether it's college, whether it's a trade, whether it's sports, and even in just succession after that. So it's not only allowed me to do that, but it's also allowed me to just be more visible at certain functions within the community that I heard about, before I was a 40 Under 40. But after that, I was either invited or people made sure I was there.
Absolutely. Well, no, that's amazing. So, and you mentoring, I mean, that is so important. And, we talk about those who are under 40 in their careers, bright, bubbly, hungry, motivated, go-getter, but oftentimes may not even understand how and where to find a mentor. Do you have any mentors that mentor you?
Yeah, of course. I have several. Lonnie Murray is one. Robert Brown is one. Both are our agents in their respective sports. Lonnie being MLB, one of the only African-American baseball agents, and Rob Brown, who is also a graduate of our same alma mater, Alabama State, has been doing it for 20 years. But having a mentor is key. And I would say even looking at the current and the new members into the 40 under 40 is that, don't be afraid to ask questions. Use this platform for all that it's worth, but making sure you're paying it forward. So for me, being a mentor for somebody now is something that I truly welcome and open to. But how I found my mentors was just, I picked up the phone and asked, don't be afraid to ask. I need help. I need guidance. And, I know that's something I'm looking forward to doing with some of these new members if needed.
Awesome. Well, that's amazing. Paying it forward is so important. Again, this recognition, like Jabril said, you don't take it lightly. It's definitely not just an honor, but it's also a responsibility. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope those who are listening have taken the advice of you and Jabril. And we're going to now, first, before we even bring our honorees on, Orlando, I want to make sure we just congratulate every single person. And for those who, if you may have missed picking up the physical publication in the Miami Herald or the Sun Sentinel, you can also visit MIA Media Group, and that's grp.com, and see the issue there for yourself and review all of our honorees, and just make sure you reach out to them, connect with them on LinkedIn, all that good stuff. And let's just big them up, So
celebrate. It's an amazing honor. It's an amazing honor. And just celebrate the new honorees, So it's an amazing feat, and I know they're going to relish in it and succeed.
Absolutely. Well, we are joined by a few of the honorees here today, so I'm going to start bringing them on so we can really highlight and celebrate them. So thank you so much for joining me, Orlando. It has been a pleasure speaking with you, and we're going to now introduce Franz Williams, who is the team lead for Black Male Initiatives at Florida International University Foundation. Welcome, Franz. How are you?
Doing so very well. Thank you, Anne Marie. Honored to be here. And just like everyone, want to pay my respects to MIA Media Group, Legacy, yourself, for having me here this afternoon.
Thank you. Well, it's just always an honor and a pleasure seeing our and I'm going to say our young leaders, because I'm still a young leader, but our young leaders, up and comers, just doing amazing work. So tell us, briefly about your background, what it is that you do as team lead at FIU Foundation, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So, the real quick, easy way to get to know me, I'm an access advocate here on planet Earth to help others get where they're going and dismantle systems of oppression and domination. Hey, it's a mouthful, but ultimately this has served me to really meet people where they are, understand their passions, and really try to see if I can help them get where they're going. And then to answer your question about my role here at FIU in response to the 2020 travesties and human travesties that we saw take place on national news, we were motivated collectively to address and support our Black stakeholders in a holistic manner. And touching on something that Orlando said, mentorship and social connections really do count. And we look to put those connections in combination with monies to help our students succeed.
Well, that's amazing. So first of all, I like that you led with your personal mission statement. You like,
been practicing.
Right. Let me put it out front. This is what I'm about. So I love that you led with your personal mission statement. That is amazing. So what is being a 40 under 40 honoree mean to you?
Humbled. I cannot say it enough. I think, as we all do, right? We get into the habit of working for ourselves, talking to ourselves, but it really was affirmation that, hey, your hard work that you've been doing, maybe under the radar, is going out and getting noticed. And I think with that sense of recognition comes just the overwhelming, affirmation. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're doing what you were put on this earth to do. Maybe take a break, take a quick one, but get back out there and keep doing it even bigger and better now with this award.
I love it. Absolutely. And so what does bigger and better look like for you? What are some of your future aspirations, if you care to share?
Sure. Ultimately, I know in my 20-year plan, I'm going to be a public figure, certainly in municipal and local government, and I'm carving out that pathway. But right here in the here and now, I'm ultimately all about driving more attention to the organizations that I love, Genesis Hopeful Haven, supporting young men in foster care, Girl Power Rocks, supporting underserved young ladies in the Liberty City community, and really trying to provide platforms for others to carry their voice forward so we can all live on this earth with excellence, grace, and success.
Wow. I mean, how can I say it? Not news to my ears, but just magic to my ears. That sounds so amazing. Your future is bright and promising, and we will be following you, of course, Franz, to see all the continued great work that you're going to be doing. And of course, we're here to support you along the way for all of your future aspirations. So whatever we can do here at Legacy, please keep us informed. Of course, there's a whole group of other alum from 40 Under 40. So make sure you get involved, that you connect and you network with all of the alum, as well as your new class members for this year's 40 Under 40. So thank you for being with us. Thank you so much, Franz.
Thank you all, and bless you all. Let me know how I can help you individually. So thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank you. We'll now have Rochelle Lewis, who's the Chief of Staff for the City of North Miami.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Dr. Lewis. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for being here with us, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit briefly about, what you do, your role with the City of North Miami.
Sure. So I am Chief of Staff here at the City of North Miami. In a nutshell, I am working with the city manager to push the operations of the city, and then also helping with the directives by the mayor and council.
Awesome. Well, that's very important work. I'm sure you stay very busy.
It's very busy. There's never a dull moment. I'm enjoying it.
Absolutely. So what does being a 40 Under 40 honoree means to you?
Sure. I think you nailed it when you talked about the great responsibility, right? So it's shining a light on us, but I'm always conscious of the fact that when lights are shining on me, it just means that I need to now bring other people along. So excited to be honored, definitely humbled, but now time to get to work, right? How do we get other people like me in these spaces?
Absolutely. And what are some of your future aspirations, if you don't mind sharing them?
Absolutely. So I love to always quote Dr. Maya Angelou, who says, when you learn, teach, right? I recently graduated with my Doctor of Education in Organizational Leadership, and I fully intend on giving back. With all that I've learned, I want to teach. So I definitely see being a professor in my future and helping to bring along other leaders, other young leaders.
That, teaching is one of my passions in love. So that is amazing. I did taught at our state college here for about 6 years or so. And I do trainings and seminars all the time. So it's just an amazing feeling, especially when you know that you're making an impact. So it's just another great way to make an impact. So congratulations on your doctoral degree as well. So we look forward to, your growth and all of your aspirations, and whatever we can do here at Legacy to support you as well, Dr. Lewis.
Absolutely. Likewise, however I can support, I fully believe in that as I climb, I'm supposed to lift. People did it for me. So I'm committed to that.
Absolutely. Well, again, as I said before, make sure you get involved, continue to network, and continue to keep us posted on, what you have going on within your profession, as well as in the community and your community engagement as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And now we are going to have William Cross, Senior Portfolio Analyst, BNY Mellon Wealth Management.
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you, William?
I'm doing well.
Good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's humbling and it's an honor. So, I mean, it's I guess just starting off, my experience or thoughts on it are pretty surreal. And it's just being recognized for the things that we do out in the community or the things that we do, or, just giving back and teaching. So it's definitely humbling. And it's good to have recognition. Excuse me.
Well, no, that's good. So tell us about the things that you're doing out in the community, and even, your role with BNY Mellon.
So first and foremost, I work at BNY Mellon in the finance space, but I'm actually an author as well. I wrote a children's book on financial literacy. So the biggest thing is just trying to teach financial literacy back, in our communities at a younger age. With that, I've spoken to schools, school districts, i.e. Hillsborough County as well. So that's really it, just trying to plant the seeds for the younger generation to be able to take and grow with those things.
Well, I wish I had known that like a couple of weeks ago, because we have our National Black Economic Conference coming up, and we have a panel specifically on the miseducation of economics and how education plays a role in socioeconomics, and financial literacy is a big piece of that. So we'll have to see how we can get you engaged for next year.
No, definitely. Let's connect, please, because the biggest part is just being able to go back and teach. We get in these spaces, we get in these roles, and then, why not try and teach economics, finance, or those things at a younger age, life skills. So let's definitely connect about that.
Absolutely. So what is, you kind of mentioned what 40 to 40 means for you. So you're already an author, teaching financial literacy. What are some other goals and aspirations that you have that we can just be on the watch for?
Well, really is expounding upon that, right? So, I speak to youth groups and I speak to classrooms, but I really am trying to get into curriculums as far as like implementing things within the school districts and implementing curriculums for financial literacy for not just high schools or as an elective, but as, things that they learn from elementary to middle and growing up, or as they matriculate through grade school. So that's the biggest part, just expounding on that.
Well, no, that's amazing. And again, let's connect after this, because two of the people on our panel tomorrow have actually developed curriculum. So they may be good contacts or mentors for you, and they're within the school system, education system. So then this is what this is all about,
right.
Being honored, being recognized, understanding what your aspirations are, where you're trying to go. It really helps all of us connect you to that path that you're trying to go. So please, William, congratulations again. Please connect with me immediately after the show, so that way I can make that connection for you, so you can get your curriculum done and into our school systems to help our children. Definitely.
Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you again, Legacy and my immediate group. So I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you. And next up, we have Jenny Felwell, who's an educator, author, speaker. Revolutionary Diamond Publishing LLC is her company. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Anne. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's an honor. As everyone have said, I don't even know what else to add. How I gotta go last or almost last?
Almost last.
I'm like, wow, everybody has said so many great things. So I'm just gonna add my little 2 bits here.
Well, just be Jenny. At the end of the day, tell us, who is Jenny? I mean, I've said a lot here, but clearly you're an educator, you're an author, speaker. So tell us about, what it is that you're doing. How are you educating? What are your books? And about your publishing company.
Yes, great. So first thing I want to say is keep going. Keep going is one of the things that I always pops into my mind. But I never knew where I was going, right? Being a first generation college student, first generation, everything in my family, having a business, and going to college and being the oldest child, we don't really know where we're going. My parents were immigrants, right? So I had no idea. All I knew was that I had to keep going. And so keep going is confirmation to me that I'm here today. 40 under 40, me, someone that had no path, and no one to hold their hand to say, hey, go to college, take this, don't take this. You know how many credits I graduated with? Too many, right? I didn't know what to do, where to go. I just knew that if you graduated high school and then you went to college, that most likely you'll have a good future ahead of you, right? So that was in my mind. That's what I did, but I didn't know what major I was gonna, what I was gonna do. I didn't know exactly where to go. I just knew I had to keep going. So being Legacy 40 under 40 right now, being inducted is like, wow, keep going works. Keep going works. You find the path. You don't always have to know exactly where you're going, but you put one foot in front of the other and you just keep going. So being able to, bring my head up for some air, that's what 40 has done for me so far. It's like, oh, wow, keep going works. I can breathe right now. And yes, we still have a lot of work to do, but I am just so excited to breathe right now.
No, that's amazing. So, and I love that keep going theme, and that's why you're a motivational speaker, I see. So I see that red elephant in the back. I don't want to assume. Ah, yes. Hey, Sarah. All right. So tell what's your book about?
Yes,
It says that you're author.
My book is called Pressure Point. It's about all of the pressure that I have endured being an immigrant, being, hey, are you white, Black, Hispanic? Like, what are you? Having to deal with colorism, even in my own, even in my own family. Colorism, like, okay, you're light skin, you're dark skin, so what? We all got the same last name, ma'am. Right? But it doesn't matter. You still do all of that, going to college for the first time outside of Florida, and then being the oldest, leaving my mom with my other two siblings. I had a lot of pressure. I didn't want to leave, but my mom's like, no, you have to go. And just other adversities. I dealt with domestic violence. I've dealt with abuse. I've dealt with my mom. My mom was a drug addict, and I was basically mom, big sister. I was all of that. So we have so many youth that are dealing with so many things, especially through this pandemic, that I'm here to say, hey, you can still make it. And so my book is basically about all of those adversities, but a little bit less about me, but more using myself and my life as an example to say, this is what I did to get over that. This is what I did to move forward and to keep going. So that's what Pressure Point is about. And that's kind of how I named the publishing company. I went from, I'm just going to write this book. So you know what? Other people can write their story as well. So now I'm going to do a publishing company. Wow. And so that's how the publishing company was born. Revolutionary is about change, and that diamond is about being able to withstand that pressure. And so I became Revolutionary Diamond Publishing.
I love it, Jenny. And so what are some of your other future aspirations? I know you're going to be, if you're already publishing your own books and other authors, what are some other future aspirations?
So I just applied for a nonprofit called Revolutionary Diamond Foundation. Again, I'm just going, right? Because I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I know for a fact that if you put your ideas into some kind of step, you will find people along the way that will get you there. And so I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing with that, but I do know that I want to continue to mentor young girls. I'm also a mentor for Alabama State University students. I work at a school, so I'm an educator, and I recruit for my school. I talk about my school. I love my school. And so I mentor the girls that actually go there. I mentor them. I go to homecoming. I mean, they are like my little own group of daughters, and I only have one biological one, but they all love her too. So now we're all this little family, right?
Well, you know what? That's a part of the work that we are called to do. And so, and this is why you're honored, because of the work that you're doing. And, we want to continue to support you. We celebrate you and all the work you're doing in the community. If you're looking for other organizations to be involved in and do mentoring or speak to, I know there are many who are involved. I'm the president of Girls to Women. Would love to have you as a guest to come and speak with our girls as well. and showcase your book, because we work with girls who have a lot of pressure, as well as you stated here today. And I know there are many other groups, women's groups, girls groups that are out there who could definitely call on you to be a speaker or present, or even showcase your book and have your book read with them. So continue what you're doing any way that we can connect you, work with you, support you. We're here at Legacy. And again, we congratulate and honor you, Jenny. So thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. What I'm gonna do now? It always excites me. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Like, hey, y'all. I just got off the interview. Did you do your work? Let me see.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And last but certainly not least, we have Miss Nina McDowell, who's the Director of Marketing and Corporate Partnerships at the Urban League of Broward County. Nina, who I have just known for many years, and I've just watched you grow, which you were already a rock star and amazing from day one.
Don't make this chocolate girl blush, okay? Oh my goodness.
Well,
it's a pleasure to be here. It's so good to see you, see your face. Thank you so much to Legacy Magazine for the honor. I'm ecstatic. I think I echo the sentiments of many of my my fellow honorees. I'm humbled. This is monumental. You don't realize where you stand and how someone is always watching. Let me just say that. Someone is always watching, and you never know who is watching and when. So it's so important to continue to push forward. As my girl Jenny said over there, keep going and remembering that there's a place for you.
Absolutely. So Nina, you do so many awesome things. Especially at the Urban League. I think, Dr. Bosch, she has just an amazing team over at the Urban League. So tell us what you do. I know, but tell everybody else what you do at the Urban League.
Oh, wow. So before I can fully answer that question, I tell you, I have been in the media and entertainment business for almost about 15 years. I was kind of born into it. So my father, my parents, they are leaders in their own right in the community, and really making it happen. And so I've been in production, I've been in promotions, advertising, you name it, I've probably touched it before. Urban League of Broward County is so unique because in my position, I get to bring all of these gifts and talents together for one purpose, and that is to promote and uplift our community. In my role, I serve as Director of Marketing and Corporate Partnerships, so I'm responsible for maintaining the Urban League brand in our community, as well as connecting fabulous companies and organizations to more deeply rooted investments, because the Urban League is certainly an investment of choice.
Absolutely. And I will attest that because Urban League has been a partner of the Mosaic Group for many, many years. We've done such, great work with you all on many projects. Nina, you and I have worked on a few of them together, as well as even with some of our clients where we've, connected as well. And even more so, National Black Economic Conference.
That's coming up.
It's coming up tomorrow.
Famous plug.
Yes, and Urban League has been a partner for years. And when we're in person and when we're back in person, hopefully 2022, we will be back at the Urban League of Broward County, but we're going to be doing a whole Sis Trunk takeover.
I'm ready
for the 12th annuals.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
But thank you. It's that type of support where people just don't understand all the tentacles of the Urban League and the people like yourself who do this work to make it all move. In the movement.
True. I love it. I see what you did there. That's right. In the Urban League movement. Absolutely. It's many players among us.
Exactly. Now, and I what are some of your future aspirations, if, you care to share? Because of course, we all know that we may work for a company today or organization, but we all have dreams and future aspirations. So what are some of yours, Nina, that we can be on the lookout for?
Interestingly enough, I started a passion project this year, and I call it a passion project because I have not yet decided to monetize it, but it's called Wife, Life, Love. Anyone that knows me knows I am passionate about marriage. I've been married for almost 11 years now. Yeah, no, I don't look like it.
I know. Teach us something out here. Hello.
Oh gosh, it's a wonderful thing. I'm a proponent for marriage. I'm a proponent for women really building and cultivating our gifts and being confident in who we have been called to be. So that is my passion project. I do intend to write a book about all of these wonderful things fairly soon and prayerfully published before the end of the year. I also am sharpening my marketing skills, so you'll see more details and materials coming from that lens in my personal world. But I have to tell you, future for it right now is September 18th. Anne-Marie, do you know what September 18th is?
Please enlighten me.
Well, the Urban League of Broward County hosts its fabulous, I would say, community anticipated event every year called the Red Gala. Our Red Gala is how we garner the most unrestricted funds for our agency. And it's really how we support our mission to help build more resilient families. The Urban League has been so deeply invested in our community, especially last year. We were certainly in the trenches, making sure that families had what they needed. And at the front of the racial equity, diversity, and inclusion conversation, we were right there. And so September 18th, our virtual homecoming Red Gala is coming to you. So if you have not heard about it, I encourage you to visit our website, ulbroward.org, to learn more, get your tickets. It is going to be a virtual experience like none other.
Wow. Well, of course, I can't miss that. I don't know how I'm being two places at one time, but we're going to figure this thing out.
That's right.
And
hey, you know, we'll put you in there. You'll be called, Anne-Marie. I will certainly be picking up the phone saying, "Where are you? I did not see your face in this virtual stage." So
exactly, send me my invoice so
I will.
I can get my ticket.
Coming to an inbox near you.
Thank you, appreciate it. But you know, again, this is why you are who you are at the Urban League, because see how you just slipped that on in there, like, but you know what's happening on the 18th, right?
I wouldn't be true to it, right? I had to do it.
Listen, I love it. Well, you know that we love our urban leagues, Urban League of Broward County, Miami-Dade, and Palm Beach County.
Yes.
The work that you all do in our community across South Florida, the thousands of lives that you change and impact every single year, it does not go unnoticed. So thank you, and congratulations again. And is there like a tidbit that you want to leave with other fellow honorees or even future honorees?
Yes, I would like to tell everyone that you are unique. God designed you to be exceptionally who you are. You are one of a kind, because if you look at your thumbprint, there's only one thumbprint like yours in the entire world. So what you have been called to do, put your hands to the plow and do it. There is room for you in the market and room for you in the marketplace. So don't be fearful to show up.
I love that, Nina. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations again. I know this is the first of many.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Honors. So keep doing the amazing work that you're doing, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you to Legacy Magazine. Thank you for having me. This has been truly an honor.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to bring back our two alumni, Jabril and Orlando. Hey. So what did you all think about our new honorees?
I love them. They're all phenomenal in their own right. I can't wait to see what they do in the future. They're going to kill it. So I'm proud of them. Well done.
Oh man, they're gonna take it by storm. You know, they're gonna. Well, they say every year something needs to get better than it was the year before, and I think I think Jabril can attest to this, that it looks like they're going to just continue to keep that mantle high and continue to just make it even harder for the 2022s.
Absolutely, yeah.
I agree. And here's some of the things that our listeners had to say. Love all this excellence. Special shout out to Dr. Lewis, who walks her talk, and Will Cross, who is doing work that I feel is paramount to the young people in our community. Michelle says, amazing group of alum and new 40 under 40 recipients. Congratulations to all. Keep up the great work. And we just had so many other congratulatory comments. This one from Dion that says, it's encouraging to see so many focused young leaders of color. Thank you to Legacy for recognizing these amazing individuals. So, you know, folks are watching for all of our, not just alum, but our new honorees. Keep up the amazing work. Keep up the amazing work. Where's everybody? Can we get everybody here?
We're here.
Good. There you are. Yes. So keep up the amazing work that you all are doing. I am personally proud of each and every one of you. I can't wait to meet all of you who I don't know personally in person. Anything that I can personally do to connect, encourage, and help you along your path, I'm here. And of course, on behalf of Legacy, Dexter Bridgman, and the whole team at MIA Media Group, we are here to support you. We're here to celebrate you and follow you through this path. And as you know, we have so many other awards that we expect in the years to come that you will also be a part of in our future as our future honorees. So thank you all for being a part of the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay
Look
with me
forward
for
to
one. Thank you. Well, stay with me for one moment. I'm going to do some quick announcements because, you know, we can't close it out without the announcements. And Aaliyah just put on the screen just some pictures of our other honorees while I do these announcements. Again, I want to thank our sponsors, Broward Health, AARP, the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County, and the African American Black Alzheimer's Disease Initiative at the John P. Husband Institute for Human Genomics, University of Miami School of Medicine. Now, if you have not checked out what you see on the screen, make sure you go to miamediagrp.com so you can see the full issue of our honorees, as well as the many articles from all of our writers that contribute and contributors that contribute to our issues, each issue. Also, please remember to tune in to our show, Soul, hosted by Nikki Jellin, every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. as we disseminate intellectual entertainment on fashion, arts, culture, relationships, mental health, and food in South Florida. Also, thanks to the generous sponsorship of MIA Media Group and Legacy, who is a sponsor of the National Black Economic Conference, which will be held virtually tomorrow. It's not too late to register. It's only $59. We have 7 amazing seminars focused on everything from infrastructure to the cannabis industry, the $91 billion global cannabis industry, as well as cryptocurrency, socioeconomics and education, and so much more. So it's going to be jam-packed with over 30 national and international. We're talking about going global, how to take your business global. So we have over 30 national and international speakers who will be speaking virtually tomorrow. And the great thing is when you register, you can also access all of the seminars for up to 30 days. So just think about that $59 investment for 30 days of information that you have access to. So even if you can't attend the whole day, you can still access all the workshops and seminars for 30 days. So thank you to MIA Media Group for being a sponsor. You can check that out at nationalblackeconomicconference.com, where you still have time to register for the conference. So thank you again for everyone who tuned in. Make sure, as always, share this video, congratulate our honorees, connect with them, reach out to them, and save the date. We'll see you next Thursday at noon.